Why does this man keep terrorizing his neighborhood? Ugh, this is a story of a crazy, crazy, crazy person. Are you ready? Let's kick it off. Hello world, this is Steve from Japan. How are you doing today? And yes, this is my regular everyday attire. I am not joking, and I had this kipao. I didn't know what this was called in English until some rando tried to cancel some other random girl in Utah back in 2018. But I had this kipao for something like 8 years. Damn, Dean!
Damn, Daniel! Back at it again!
So can you guys guess how today's story is gonna end? Although this story that captivated the entire nation happened in Chiba, Japan, which is next to Tokyo, this can happen anywhere in the world. The drama began when on April 22, a 79-year-old owner of 5 Dobermans contacted the police saying that 4 of his dogs ran away from his cage. Although Dobermans are apparently known to be very loyal to the owner, we know what they can do and that they can be pretty ferocious. So news crews started interviewing people in the neighborhoods who were saying that they were scared because there's an elementary school nearby, and 20 police officers had to be dispatched. But later at that night, volunteers managed to find the 4 dogs on the road and return them to the owner. The owner agreed to give one of the dogs to the volunteers who belonged to an animal rights organization called Animal Green Apple. Take 2. Yeah, let's not question English in Asia. Also, 2 other dogs were given to somebody else. But the dogs were found. Awesome! Well done! And you probably thought that the story ended here, right? Of course not. No, you didn't. You're smarter than that. If this had a happy ending, I wouldn't be making this video. On May 12th, one of the volunteers that found the dogs, Rie Takashi, was interviewed, and this is what she had to say. And can you guys guess what is really scary about this footage?
あまりにも飼育環境が劣悪で、とにかく犬が心配。逃げ出したっていうのも、自由を手に入れたのかもしれないけど。
On May 11th, so before the interview was taken, the police was contacted once again because 2 of the Dobermans had run away again. What kind of cage does this guy have? This 79-year-old owner keeps losing his dogs more than Liam Neeson keeps losing his family members in Taken films.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
People were understandably upset. They were saying, who the hell does this guy think he is? How is he treating his animals? Police officers had to be sent to the elementary school to protect the children, and a helicopter was dispatched. A YouTuber interviewed the owner and mocked him. In the video, the owner said that he suspected his dogs were stolen. Ai Okajima, another volunteer from Animal Green Apple, had this to say about the owner that keeps losing his dogs.
飼育環境を確認して、この状態はひどすぎるっていうのと、またやるだろうなみたいな。やっぱりなって感じだったし、戻らない方が幸せだと思います。
She also said that the condition in which the dogs were kept was awful. There were feces everywhere, and the dogs were probably happier living as strays in the mountains. I think it's kind of obvious what happened now, isn't it? You kind of start to connect the dots. So what actually happened on the day that the dogs went missing was one of the women from Animal Green Apple contacted the owner asking him to help her buy the right dog food for the new dog. Because if you remember, the organization agreed to keep one of his dogs. During this time, the 2 other Animal Green Apple members cut the wires of the cage and took the dogs away. All 3 members obviously got arrested. They might love dogs, but they don't love not being bloody obvious. The other member who got arrested is the director of the organization, Tokuju Sato, and of course the news channel had to dig up his cringiest YouTube moment.
皆さん、ハロー、ユーのチューブでございますよ。
Ai Okajima on Twitter was saying how much she wanted to protect the other dogs and that she was happy that people were finally starting to see what a freak the dog owner was. Girl, why do you have to post incriminating tweets online? Even Johnny Depp kept his dodgy conversations private.
including messages to fellow actor Paul Bettany.
I will her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead.
It's pretty scary that these psychos were part of the same crazy organization. There are so many millions of proper animal rights groups, yet these psychos found each other validating each other's crazy ideas. I think what's so scary to me is that these women were lying so brazenly. We're watching the interview clips after knowing the truth, but holy crap! In the interviews, you can see that they are so used to lying, they're not flinching at all. You could really tell that these psycho women think that what they are doing is right. I personally don't think that the owner himself was abusive toward the dogs per se, but I can understand how some people might think that he could have kept the cage cleaner. But saying that the dogs are better off wandering in nature is absolute lunacy. This story really shows how some people can justify their action even if it's obviously wrong. For me, this story really shows how some people can justify their action, can lie through their teeth, and be really public about their opinions, even if what they did was obviously criminal and wrong. So I was your host, Dean Lahiri Ramirez. For more Japanese news and culture, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you don't, I'll start playing Little Big Planet instead of making YouTube videos. You have no idea how many times I almost confused the two names in this video. P.S. The YouTuber later apologized alongside his dog, which I thought was pretty cool.